I have helped generate millions of dollars through YouTube VSLs, and I'm about to break down the entire process of how to make one so that you can start closing high-ticket clients from YouTube just like we have, generating over $70,000 from YouTube alone, cash collected last month. And this is the exact same process that currently makes our clients over $1 million a month from YouTube. I'm gonna jump in on my iPad and show you the entire process of how to structure this one video that will make you over 7 figures. All right, so to make a 7-figure VSL, here is essentially how you structure it. First off, what is a YouTube VSL? Well, this is a video that is meant to take someone who doesn't know what you offer, so they don't know what you offer, to someone who knows you, likes you, and wants to give you money. This is the purpose of a VSL. It is essentially a video that is meant to make you money and turn people who don't yet want your service into people who are ready to buy. That is the goal of a VSL. This is a very good example of a YouTube VSL. This is a VSL that Ali Abdaal did. If I started a YouTube channel in 2025, I'd do this. He made this video a year ago, and this video has generated him probably over $3 to $4 million by now. As you can see, it has 4.1 million views, which is a lot. And that's because he's essentially driving all of his traffic back to this video and using it to convert people. However, this is not a YouTube VSL. This is just a random video by Ali Abdaal that talks about YouTube, right? Because Ali Abdaal runs a YouTube offer, right? So he runs a YouTube offer. He teaches people how to, start a YouTube channel. Not the same thing that I do. He doesn't really help business owners grow on YouTube. It's more just like YouTubers. But this video on the surface looks very similar to the VSL video, but it is not the VSL video. This is just a video that is meant to get traffic, right? So this video got 109,000 views. But what does he do with this video is the interesting part. As you can see in this video, what he does is that he points back to this video right here, which is our VSL video. Now that is a very important thing. So what he's done is he's made a YouTube video about YouTube. So this video is about YouTube. It's just showing you how to grow on YouTube, but then at the end of the video, he points back to the VSL, which is also framed as a more in-depth guide on growing on YouTube. So he essentially just pushes people back to that VSL. From there, it goes on to the VSL where he essentially pitches his part-time YouTuber Academy. So this is where he makes money, right? He has a high ticket offer. I think it's somewhere around $4,000. And he essentially gets people, I think he's like a low ticket than a high ticket. So he essentially gets a ton of traction on this video by sending every other YouTube video back to this video. And that essentially gets a lot of eyeballs on his VSL. And these are free eyeballs because normally people pay for eyeballs. So normally it looks like this. However, now we are cutting out this and just having organic eyeballs that are basically free on this VSL, which allows him to raise his profit, have warmer prospects, and build real trust with prospects before they ever hop on a call. Now, how he actually pitches this in his description looks like this. What he does first is he has a potential YouTube scorecard that's just a lead magnet. Then he has his direct offer statement. So if you're ready to start and grow already, check out my part-time YouTuber Academy here. And this is where the main CTA is. This is where he is sending the majority of people. From there, it goes to the landing page where he writes a bunch of copy, shows you a bunch of case studies, and you convert. That is the overall process of the landing page. So how do you actually make this video, right? This is what we're here for. So step one is call outs. Step one is call outs. You really want to, in this video, have a clear call out to the audience. So let's say you have a biz op offer, right? Say you're doing a biz op for people under 10K a month. Now, what you're going to want to do in the first line of that video is you are going to want to call out that person. So what you're doing for this biz op offer, you would say something like, if you are just getting started on your journey, this video is for you. Or if you're currently under 10,000 a month, I'm going to show you how to make $100,000 a month. On this video, what I would say as the call out here is something like, I'm about to show you how to make $10,000 a month. Something like that, where it's a direct call out to the person and their problem. So that's the step number one. You want to have that in the first line of your video. So that should be the first line that you script out. It should be a call out. From there, what you're going to do is you are going to go now into the problem state. This is where the video actually starts. So what we're going to do first is map out the viewer's problem. So let's say that this viewer has a problem. Let's say he cannot make $10,000 a month. We'll just stick with that example. Well, what is he going to do? Why can't he hit $10,000 a month? Well, he's not motivated. So motivation. He doesn't know what information he needs. There's so much competition and there's so many fake gurus. These are all real problems that this person is experiencing. So what we want to do is list out every single problem that they have. So another problem that they might have is they don't know what business model to start, or they might be in analysis paralysis. For my prospects, this looks a lot different. So you right now watching this are probably a successful entrepreneur, right? So you probably have money, you're probably already making good money, but you want more leads, right? Maybe you're tired of the ads roller coaster. Maybe you've hit a plateau where your ads are now breaking even and it's hard to scale past that. Recently, ad costs are higher than ever, so ad costs are rising. And there's more and more coaches, consultants, and agency owners selling services. So there's tons of competition. And the biggest problem that you're probably facing is that your prospects simply just don't have enough trust on your offer, right? They maybe come in from an ad, spend 60 seconds watching you, they go onto a VSL, and then they book a call. But that doesn't necessarily create a lot of trust. So that would be the problem that you guys are experiencing. From there, after we map out that problem, we want to go into the solution state. So right here is where we actually start to solve that problem for them. And this is where the video actually starts to become very powerful, because now that you've put them in pain, you've put them in a ton of pain, and they're feeling that pain. Like when I said those things, you probably felt it a little bit. You're like, yeah, I experienced that, right? So what you can do here is, now that we're in the solution state, we can map out a solution for that. So let's say we have that person who's trying to get to $10,000 a month. Well, the solution to those things is essentially presenting them with a business model. The solution to the competition problem is coming up with a unique offer. The solution to the motivation problem would be discipline. You essentially want to map out all of the problems and then draw a direct arrow to them with a solution. That is going to be exactly the transformation that you create in your VSLs. So now we're going on to the solution state. So all of these things that I have mapped out for you guys, we're now going to add a solution to. So for the ads roller coaster, how are we going to solve that? Your ads go up and down, it's stressful, you have to keep creating new creatives. Well, we want to develop a sustainable way to get leads. So sustainable lead source. Ads breaking even. We want to figure out a lower cost lead source. Ad costs are rising, right? Similar thing. So ad costs are rising, we want a lower cost lead source as well. Competition. Well, that comes down to building a unique brand. Then how do we build trust? Well, simply they need to spend more time with you. So now we are showing them the answers to their problems. So then we are going to connect that back to your solution. And this is step 4. Make them need you. You need to make the person need you. So now that they know they need a sustainable lead source, they need lower cost lead source, they need to build a unique brand, and they need their prospects to spend more time with them. How do we do that? Well, we do that through content. All of those problems are solved when you make YouTube videos, right? You can create a nurturing sequence. Content solves them spending more time with you because it takes advantage of the 7-11-4 rule, which is a study by Google, showing that prospects need to spend on average 7 hours with you across 11 different pieces of content on 4 platforms to become a buyer. The chances of them buying go significantly up when that happens. You look at all of the top coaches who are absolutely crushing it. Iman Gaji, Alex Hormozi. These guys have built unique personal brands that everyone knows. So content is the solution to that. And they don't have a problem selling their product because they are differentiated from everyone else in the market. And it's such an easy thing to do that most business owners are ignoring. Same thing for a lower cost lead source. For ads, if you want to make $500,000 a month, you need to spend probably $150,000 to $250,000 in ad spend to achieve that. Whereas on content, you could spend $10,000 a month and achieve that. With Joel Kaplan, one of our clients, we were doing around $600,000 a month in cash collected top line revenue on $10,000 a month in ad spend plus content, which was around $10,000 to $20,000 a month. We basically took his ad spend cost from $150,000 to generate around $500,000 in revenue down to $10,000 just in retargeting ads to make $600,000, and that was just through content. It's also a way to get sustainable leads. We were at one point booking over 100 book calls per day on that offer. So it's a very sustainable lead source. It's long-term, it's exponential, compared to ads where the more you spend, the more you make, but you're never gonna see that really exponential curve. So to finish off step 4, you need to make them understand why they need you specifically. So how would I do this for my offer? Well, I'd say that 95% of business owners suck at content, and it will probably take you 12 to 24 months to figure it out on your own. Whereas our team could just come in and fast track that entire process, telling you exactly what videos to make that we know are going to get results and showing you exactly how to build a successful YouTube channel that gets a ton of leads and income. And we can do all of that in the next 3 to 6 months, saving you a ton of money, a ton of time, and a ton of trial and error. And step 5 of the VSL is the CTA. So this is essentially where you're just calling to action, telling the viewer to take a certain action, which is usually book a call, go through some sort of kind of funnel, go join a free group, whatever your funnel may be, but you're telling them to take an action, right? DM you on Instagram, whatever it may be. So for example, for me, if you understood why you need us, right, I would tell you to go book a call down below, speak with our team, and see how we can help you just absolutely crush it on YouTube. That would be how I would CTA this video. So for 1, you have your call out, then you go into the problem state. Then I would also say you could probably add like a little bit of an intro here. And then 3, go directly into the problem state, and then 4, go into the solution state, and then 5, why they need you, and then 6, CTA. If you structure your entire video like this, then I can almost guarantee that you're gonna get a ton of conversions from this video. And what we actually recommend to do is just make this video, then keep making reach videos, keep making videos that are meant to get a lot of traction outside of that VSL itself, then send all of those videos back to this VSL video where you can just convert a ton of people because you're constantly getting new eyeballs on this conversion asset that you've created for your YouTube channel. And that will lead into $1 million YouTube video. But there's something I've actually started doing recently that's allowed us to generate 3 to 5 qualified book calls per day from our YouTube channels. So check out this video next where I show you what it is, how it works, and how you can use it to generate a ton of leads and income from your YouTube channel. Thanks and have a great day.